This piece is dedicated to the one who will come after me. The first time he saw me, he walked up to me and said, "Hi, I'm a painter. And you looked a lot like one of the paintings I recently finished." So being an art enthusiast, I asked which one, and he said, the one. At that point, most probably like you, I was speechless. So he took advantage of this moment of weakness and continued to say that just like in his painting, deep in my eyes were dancing tears. And to him, this made me special. It made me beautiful. Needless to say, I fell in love with this man, and a few months later, he proposed marriage. No, he didn't really say, "Will you marry me?" His words were more like, "Would you like to see my gallery?" And very excitedly, I said yes, so I ran away with this man to a land unknown to me. And on that first night, on what I thought was our matrimonial bed, he whispered, "Welcome to the gallery." On that night, I learned that the only form of art he knew was how to paint his fists on my face, imprint his palms on my neck, and when I finally fell face flat, have strokes of his boot on my back. Welcome to the gallery. Sometimes he would beat me. Just to watch me bleed, he liked how the blood splat on the wall, abstract, he called it. Welcome to the gallery, where he filled my body with spots of blue and black, made me bleed in shades of light and dark, have cuts the shape of lightning's wrath. Welcome to the gallery. And more often than not, I would think back on the words that he first said to me. I guess he got a kick out of watching my dancing tears fall. And he wasn't lying when he said that I was the one, the painting he had recently finished, because now I am finished in different shades of blue, or is it black, bleeding on this bedroom floor. Welcome. Welcome to the gallery, where you are the canvas in the hands of a painter. This piece is dedicated to the one who will come after me. I hope that unlike me, you're wiser, less naive and less eager. But more importantly, I hope that you find this letter before this painter finds you.
Wow, fantastic. That is Becky Wairimo and a poet. Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for joining us. And I must say, first of all, the poem starts very romantic. I'm already seeing in my mind, the one.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that bit. But how long have you been doing this?
Actively, I've been doing it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you write this particular piece?
Yes, I did.
Why? Why such? It starts really well, but ends quite sad.
Well, because I think most people who we see getting beaten by their husbands or by their wives, when it started off, they didn't tell them, "Yo, I'm gonna beat you." It was very romantic. It was very you and me forever together. But as time goes by, things change.
Things change.
The true colors, that's actually why I said it's a painting, the true colors of this person actually come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And does it have any experience out of it, or is it just from things you've read and it just came up? What inspired it?
It's from things I've seen, actually. Things I've seen everywhere. People who you know, people you don't know, people you see on TV, on news, like the lady whose hands were cut. Yeah, so it's a very painful thing. So I thought I should write about it.
What would be the objective of a poem like this? Because like I said, it starts really well and I'm thinking, I'm really going to enjoy this. Then it draws me, and I love the fact that you've taken me through the journey to a point where I can literally, in my mind, see this happening.
Yeah.
But what's the objective?
The objective is to raise awareness that these people are out there. This actually happens. Because you see, people, okay, in my generation, we think, oh, we are all educated, no one can
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. So it just raises awareness. It can happen to anyone, from anyone. So be vigilant. As soon as it starts, leave. Because in my piece towards the end, when I say this is dedicated to the person who will come after me, it means that he's going to go out there again after I'm through. So
there's another victim out there who's going to go through the same motions, thinking you're the one, but really you are the canvas. He is the artist, and your blood is what he uses to write. I must say, it's very... How long does it take to write a poem like that?
Well, it depends, actually. It depends, but this one didn't take me very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then generally poetry in Kenya, how do you find it in terms of people receiving it?
The reception has been growing over time. We have gigs everywhere. We have gigs in Nairobi, in Kisumu, in Kiambu, in Rongai, in,
Does it pay?
Nakuru. Sometimes.
The reason I'm asking is because I'm sure there might be poets out there who'd really love to explore their passion for poetry, but they'd probably be stifled by virtue of the fact that you have to get another job to, have your bills paid, and that would ultimately kill the desire to, go into poetry. Well,
but if you look at it that way, musicians, once they start, sometimes they're not paid, but they stick through it until they actually are. So if you're going into it for the money, don't come. Stay in it for the passion and it'll pay.
So do you do anything else apart from poetry?
I am a student and an entrepreneur.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'd like to hear you give us one more piece, Becky Wairimo, and I will step out a bit. Then I still have another group of poets who we're going to meet very shortly, and we'll be talking about raising awareness for cancer. But for now, I'll exit the stage for Becky Wairimo.
Thank you. This next piece is very close to my heart. And it's about self-image and self-awareness. To everyone out there, you're beautiful just the way you are. 9 is how old I was when I learned the meaning of the word liposuction and how to spell it. 2, 8, irrelevant. 7, unworthy. 6, unwanted. See, when other kids were afraid of darkness, monsters, canes, clowns, I was afraid of words. Words like those, because, you see, by the age of 8, the voices, or should I call them monsters in my head, had started telling me stories. They would tell me stories like, once upon a time, there lived a sad little girl with no friends, unworthy of everyone's time. Or stories like, this sad little girl would not be noticed by anyone or would be noticed by everyone for all the wrong reasons. Stories about a little sad girl who sounded a lot like me. So I would ask the voices in my head who the stories were about, and they would chuckle and say, no one. By the age of 9, the voices in my head seemed to have invaded everyone else's mouths. The kids' parents, the kids' parents' friends, the kids' parents' friends' neighbors, saying that I was the fat girl with no friends and bad skin, or that I was the dumb girl who ironically wore specs, or that I was the ugly sad girl who never smiled. Most assumed it was because I had bad teeth, because most things weren't going my way anyway. In fact, some had the audacity to say, don't worry, just smile. You know it's not your fault you have bad teeth. Do, however, tell your parents to stop feeding you sweets. We don't need you to be any less attractive or any fatter. 9 is how old I was when the voices in my head came alive and took human form. 9 when the monsters in my nightmares always seemed to come from mouths. The mouths would say something like, you're way too fat. You need liposuction, Liposuction, or no one would look at you twice, not even with makeup. You're way too unattractive, UNATTRAACTIVE. Then from the words, the monster would emerge, and for some reason, the monster always seemed to have my face. 9 is how old I was when I started seeing myself as a monster. Let's just say that 10, 11, 12, till 20 hasn't gone by easy, battling with the voices in my head and the voices around and the words they said, but on some days I won. On some days, I convinced myself that my body was good enough to hold. I told myself that my smile could warm any heart. I told myself that I was a desert with my stretch marks, my pimples, my scars, being beautiful sand dunes. So no, I didn't need you to dust me off or make me up. I reminded myself that when I was 8, the voices in my head always told me that the stories were about a nobody. Nobody. So I guess that means that nobody believes them. But on most days, the voices in my head remind me that I am a nobody. That I am nobody, and nobody believes them.
Wonderful. Oh, you clap like this. All right. Need to be orientated into this, but that is Becky Wairimo with a wonderful poem there. Thank you very much, Becky. And at this point, I'd like to introduce also some other poets, and I'll start with let me start with a lady, Seisi Bagbo. Good to have you.
Good to have you too.
Thank you. We also have Kimathi Chokera.
Yes.
Great to have you. And last but not least, Ngugi Mwangi.
Yes.
Great. Now, you guys are poets as well, but you work as a team. It's like having a band.
Yes. Yeah.
What is a group of poets called when they do a poem together? Because a band, we know, play music.
For us, we are not. I would not say we are a group of poets. What we are is we are a movement.
We are a movement.
We are a movement.
Okay.
Yeah, we are a movement of leaders who have come together when we want to create a positive social change through our art. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the art here is the poetry.
Yeah, the art is the poetry.
Okay.
Yes.
How did you all come together?
How did we come together? Everyone on their own. I think we were just meant to be together. There is no story of us one day sitting down and asking, you guys, what do you think of us working together? It just happened. Yeah. And it happened at that time when we were not talking, like we were never even friends. That's the weird part. We were never even friends. So we just get to that point. It just works.
So that sounds like the Big Bang. You know how the Big Bang came in? Dust particles hit each other and kaboom, life began. You must have met at some point, really.
Actually, she hated us very, very much. And we used to do
You guys were throwing vibes and she was not feeling them.
You have no idea.
Maisha ni ngumu.
Maisha ni ngumu. But I think, as she said, that we were meant to be. We were meant to be because actually I can't even recall how this happened. And
let's just call it a Big Bang. It was a Big Bang.
Yes. Actually, everyone could see it. Everyone was telling us, you
all
three
the
should
time
be working together.
But
it was poetry after lunch, this event that usually happens every Thursday at 2. So everyone used to tell us, you three should work together. You three should work together. And us, we could not see it.
You're not seeing
we
how that
could
was
not see how that should happen.
Because we don't even talk to each other.
By bad luck, it happened.
Here we are.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to give you an opportunity to show us, first of all, now what has happened. Now that you're together by giving us one of your pieces, then we're going to talk about cancer awareness and an event that's coming up. But before we do that, first of all, we've had Becky Wairimo and her poems. And I think poetry is a way of self-expression. Would you agree?
Yes.
And how effective is it within our community? Poetry is not, we probably had it in those days, but maybe we have refined it. Your comments on how we are receiving it right now?
I'd say the poetry industry is really, really growing at the moment, and people are really appreciating this. Because if you look at our music, the Kenyan music at the moment, 90% of it is full of curse words, and it's about sex and all these things. But poetry is about teaching and about healing. Like the piece that she just did at the end. It's about healing. Once you express that and once that comes out, you come out as a victor because you've looked at that situation from a different lens than from the one you were looking at it previously. So it heals you in a sense, and anyone else who has gone through that can relate to what Becky has said. And that's the purpose of it.
Would it be accurate to say that in poetry, I'm able to take her story and see myself in it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
It's so easy
Actually,
to
the first piece, you could visualize what she was saying.
Okay, right. So we want to hear what you have before we talk about the event that's coming up and how you're going to use poetry to raise awareness on cancer. So I give you the podium and let's have it. Do you have a name as a group? You're known as Revolution.
Yes.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is Revolution with their first poem. They'll give us a few more, but let's hear. And I'll also get Becky to give us comments on that.
Okay. Tuko sawa?
Tuko fiti.
Haya. 1, 2, 3, go. Shh. Silence. Don't speak. Just listen. Silence is golden. That's why poor souls make the most noise.
To the deaf, silence is noise. That's why they yearn to speak. I believe there is too much noise in that silence.
Since actions speak louder than words, then the deaf and dumb should stop shouting in sign language.
Silence is golden, and it's only in silence that I can hear my thoughts. This must mean that my mind is a gold mine. Shh. Listen.
Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to the different thoughts shouting in your head, yet you're still silent. Listen to the noise produced in the wild when a predator hunts its prey at animals. Don't speak.
Shh. Listen. Listen to your heartbeat. For it's from the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks.
And it's only in silence that you can hear your heartbeat. Therefore, every word is golden. Shh. Listen. I think there are words hidden in silence. It's just that these words can't be said silently. As a tree grows, it's very silent. But when it's cut down, it makes a lot of noise. I think this noise is the silent word said differently. Growth is silent, but destruction is noisy. However, keep in mind that life is full of noise, but death is silent. Delivery rooms are ever noisy, but graveyards are silent. So, to know the real value of words, remain silent. But being silent in small matters that matter may make the small matters become very big matters. Silence is an illusion of peace. It's after the silent night, the holy night that the kids were killed.
Christ on the cross thought God was silent. He screamed,
My God, why have you forsaken me? And it was in that silence that souls were saved. Shh. Silence. Don't speak. Just listen.
I hope you're doing this at home as well. Wow, beautiful piece right there. First of all, how long do you take to synchronize just that, you're able to start literally, at the same time?
In the beginning, it was difficult.
It was difficult.
In the beginning, it was difficult because it's three people that need to look like one person.
Yeah.
So it sound like
yes,
one person.
in one person. So when if I say nimetoka home and I have my issues at home and then they are happy, we cannot sound as a team unless they know the issues I'm going through. That's when we can become a team. So at first it was difficult, but as we grew, it has become much easier because now we've become friends. Now we look out for each other. We always have each other's back.
All right.
And it makes it
so
easier.
do you write the poems together? What comes up? Does one write the poem then say, hey guys, here I am?
We sit down. The first time we wrote, we couldn't get our way towards each other. So it's just like, Kim, what's the first word in your head? And then you say the first word, and then that's how the piece is created. So it's someone saying something, connecting it to what the other person said that way, and there comes a whole piece. Yeah.
All right, so we have this event that's coming up, and maybe you can let us know. It's raising cancer awareness. Why cancer?
You see, cancer has been the leading disease in Kenya, and actually not even in Kenya, in the whole worldwide. And we thought, why can't we just raise that awareness? Because people don't associate artists with doing positive things, and we thought it would be nice for artists to do something positive about the society. And me personally, I'm affected, and I lost my aunt through cancer. And my mother is infected with cancer, colon cancer, but she's a survivor. She's a very strong woman. So I'm doing this for her. We are doing this for her and those cancer patients who are there, because we believe cancer is a fight that all of us need to take part. It doesn't matter whether you have it or you don't. It's all about giving each other hope, giving each other strength, giving each other that word that we can fight it.
Okay. Okay, Kimathi, how are you going to infuse poetry to get this message across?
I Am Cancer is a production that is supposed to take an hour at the Michael Joseph Center. So what we have done is we've brought together music, poetry, dance, and drama. So all these things, they're different types of art, but they have been brought together so as to create awareness. What we are doing is we are telling a story of a woman who got cancer, fought with this disease, fought with it until she finally came out victorious. So we are telling this story through the art. It's a bit of poetry, a bit of dance somewhere, a bit of acting somewhere, and music,
Yeah.
so that we can
It's a
tell
full
a whole
production.
story.
It's a
Yeah,
full
it's a full production that's supposed to take 1 hour. Yeah, it's supposed to take generally 1 hour. Yeah.
So you're going to have musicians, you're going to have yourselves now as poets, you'll have actors,
Yes.
all in one. Is it going to be one production, or are they like...
One
It's one
production.
production. We're telling
So for 1
a
hour, we're
storyline.
sitting watching.
Yes.
Like we're telling a storyline of this woman who had breast cancer. We take her from the time when she's diagnosed of breast cancer, like she has breast cancer, from that point of denial to acceptance to now fighting until the time when she actually wins. And the difference in this production, we've given cancer a human form. Cancer is a human being, and we actually see cancer doing what it does inside us. It talks, like cancer can talk here. Cancer can push someone. Cancer hits people. And
Basically, the struggle that a cancer
that
patient
struggle,
goes through
yeah.
and what's going on the inside.
Yeah, so we
through the
bring it
production.
outside. So now it's on the outside. Now we see it from the way the cancer does this woman up to the end. Yeah, and everyone is represented. The society, the family, the doctors, everyone is represented
What
in
gave
the production.
birth to this whole production? Because I mean, you could write a poem on cancer and achieve the same goal by giving us a visual. I mean, I think I've realized just from the poems that you've done, it literally gives you a mental journey as you listen. So you could do that with a poem. Why come up with a production?
I think it's because all of us do so many things. I was an actor at some point, she was a dancer at some point. So we decided to infuse all these things together and come up with something. And it all started as a thought. Actually, me, I wanted to do it when I was just a poet before I met these people. I wanted to do it, but it started as a thought, as a conversation, and it grew, and we thought, why not? So, yeah.
Okay, and how long have you taken to prepare the production?
5 months now. Like it
You've been
started
preparing
last
for 5
year.
months.
It started last year. Last year it was just still a conversation. We were just still talking about it. He would come and talk to me because last year I was at Faraja. So after Faraja is our main beneficiaries for this production. So I would come from Faraja and then he would sit with me and we talk about it. This is when I realized that the mom had cancer. So after talking for a while, I tell him, we should write something for your mom. And then it started that way. So this year, when I actually get that much exposure, I realize cancer, if we put tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV on one side, and the number that cancer kills yearly, cancer still weighs more than the three put together. And in Kenya, cancer contributes to 7% mortality rate in Kenya, like it's responsible for that. So when I was looking at this, I realized we'll do it for the mom. The mom your mom is pretty well right now. But what about the others who don't know? We can't fight something we don't know. People don't know about it totally. So we say, why don't we do a production that will make people aware of it? We will fight together with those who are fighting still. We'll celebrate those who have won and light a candle for those we lost because there are people we've lost.
Okay. Kimathi, are you purely just raising awareness or is this also some form of funds drive? Because one of the other things you realize, especially locally, is that cancer has become a very expensive disease to maintain and even just to stay well.
Yes. If you see the production, with the production we are, is it 40%? 40% goes to Faraja Cancer Center. Faraja Cancer Center, they take care of cancer patients. They have children, they have older people. So our main beneficiaries for this is them. So we are first creating the awareness through the poetry that we have, and then secondly, some of the funds go to them.
Okay.
For helping those people who are fighting against this.
All right. Yes. I'll give you a chance to do another poem, then we'll come and finalize with just the details, finer details of where it's taking place, what time and all that. So for those of you who are watching and you'd like to be there, those details are coming up. But for now, we will have Revolution giving us another poem.
Yes,
I choose to write about my pain. Pain people don't know about.
I choose to walk with my wounds open, try to be vulnerable, something I've been taught against.
I choose to write about my pain. Pain which I've been hiding to the world, yet they're screaming in my heart. This heart which pumps fast when I want to share with you this pain.
I'm trying my best to describe the source of my right and write in words the bleeding in my soul.
I want to silence my thoughts. These thoughts that scream like they own me. I want to tame my fears and my fierce fights with imperfection while I seek my road to redemption. So I will hang my heart out like clothing and wear my pain like skin.
Oh yes, I'll grab this chance and peel off this mask. This mask which has been covering me, making you love me, making you hate me, making you discriminate me, but this is me.
Why do you shame me like you are perfect? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You no longer define me. You are no longer king. You have been dethroned. I have come back home to take my kingdom.
I will rip off disguise by disguise, take off blanket by blanket, because I don't want to be a king in crowns, for crowns do nothing but put weights on the heads of royalty and targets on their backs.
I just want to be a king of my emotions and a master of my feelings. So I will hang my heart out like clothing and wear my pain like skin.
Do you feel that smell? Do you feel that smell? It is the smell of my bleeding heart. Some mornings is a distant ache. On other days is a scar. On some days is a fresh one that bleeds and hurts. So as I come to you, I whisper, I have lost so much and I hope you will stay. Please, stay.
Nataka hati yangu kuna vuvuzela ndio scream out hii pain juu my white blood cells zimechoka kufight na kuficha. Nataka niache kujifanya mnoma ndio mnitii. Nataka niache kuficha my sorrow, sita smile juu my heart in a burn inside. Nataka ni free my heart out juu ameshaivunja imekuwa kibogoyo. Nataka niweze kugive in ndio nijue uchungu wa kumeza hii bitter pill.
He bitter pill that it's my ego that has been restraining my ego. He bitter pill that hizi walls nimerect itabidi nimezibreak ili niache kuwa fake. He bitter pill that si lazima ni kill ndio nikuwe mreal mnanifeel.
Tunakufeel.
He bitter pill that perfection si reality, so nimechoka ku reflect image ya deceiver yet mini reflection ya creator. Nimechoka kubeba hii cross solo. Nimechoka sabu I don't trust myself. I've lied to myself. I've been a slave before, willingly wearing chains. I've been a slave to my addictions, that is the liquor that made me wanna liquor. The corridors of my soul need renovation. I need to forget self and become a new creation, reincarnation. So I will hang my heart out like clothing and wear my pain like skin. So I will hang my heart out like clothing
and wear my pain like skin.
Wow, fantastic. I must say that what gets me, first of all, is how well synchronized you guys are. How long have you done this poem?
Which one?
This particular one, yes. As in, do you have to do this like 100 times before you get it right?
You know, we went on a break when we wanted to concentrate on the I Am Cancer event. We went on a break. So this poem, the last time we did it would be something 2 months ago. Yeah. And the next time we even looked at it was this week. Yeah, which was this week. So.
All right, very quick details before there's another piece, right?
Yes.
There's a third piece, so I'll give you a chance to do that so that we finish with that. But quickly, when is the event? Where is it going to be? How much if we're paying?
Yeah, so the event is on the 6th of October from 6 to 10. That's in the evening. And it's at Michael Joseph Center. That is Wayaki Way, Safaricom headquarters. Yeah, the charges are 400 per ticket, that is advance, and at the gate it's 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're wishing you all the best with that event, raising awareness for cancer. So I want you to give us the last piece, but Becky is just here. Becky Wairibo, quickly, just if you can just come very quickly, time is not on our side. Your comments on their poetry.
I think it's amazing. Hashtag I am cancer. And yeah, definitely go for these gigs. These guys are amazing. I have known most of them for quite a while. So
Also, you guys know each other.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
In the same world. All right, we wish you all the best, and from me, I'll say goodbye and wish you all a fantastic day. Do stay with us right here on KTN News. Michelle Gele is coming up next with Worldview, but for now, Revolution giving us one more piece as we say goodbye. Have a good weekend. God bless.
Blessed Lord. Tuko fiti.
Tuko fiti, oi, oi.
You can be anything under the sun. Sijui ka unajua.
The sky is not the limit, it's just a stepping stone.
Dare to have a dream bigger than your bank account, bigger than your hometown. Hell, let it even be bigger than you.
Because you're not just a key, but the master key to your success. If success is the door, then you're that knock that flings open the door to your dreams.
All these boundaries we make, the times we break to quit is just a creation of our imagined fears. So let yourself fall for you to fly.
Utapasa ukipasavia, ukipersist na ukipray. Amini unaweza, na Mola ata create ways za kuziweza. Na hii ni journey. No, of course haitakuwa rahisi. Mara mob utafall, but keep on rising. That's the spirit of a champion. You're a soldier on a mission. Your mission is to be the best that you can be. Push every limit. Go beyond that breaking point. Travel to infinity and beyond. Hey you, yes you, it's you I'm talking to. Why are you looking down when success is looking at you? Why are you not facing your challenges when they face you? Why are you not challenging your challenges when they challenge you? Challenge your challenges, still challenging your challenges is no longer a challenge.
Rise above your cloud of smoke. Be that eagle that glides in the middle of the storm. Let your storm push you into perfect features and become the star you're meant to be.
Usilimit your capabilities to background. Haimanishi kitu. So don't let that life you've been living limit you from what you believe in. So ka ingine wameweza, pia wewe unaweza. Yes you can.
Don't blame the system. Be the change in the curriculum. Don't rely on a politician to make your life better. They can only make it better. You have this one life. Make use of every second, every breath, every heartbeat. The present moment is all you have.
Don't blame fate. Be the writer of your future. For you're created for more than just waking up to sleep. More than just being born to die. You're a dreamer. And as far as you can dream is as far as you can go. Don't tame your dreams. Work hard.
The shortcut to cut short. Anza na chenye uko nacho penye ulipo na keep in mind that even that grown-up bulldog
Was once a puppy.
This is a wake-up call. A call that will materialize ndoto zako to the real world.
You see, an eaglet isn't taught how to fly, but it takes courage and determination to jump off that nest. This means that you can be the best if only you work hard without rest.
Success is not a bed of roses. So wake up and chase, wake up and chase, wake up and chase. Greatness, just like freedom, isn't given. You must take it by force. Revolution.
Para. Pa, pa, pa.